If this isn't a Fireball product, then I don't know what is. This has got it all. It's got heat, it's got oscillation, it's got plastic, it's got electronic controls. This is the Holmes HFH5606 Oscillating Power Heater with cool touch flammable plastic housing and a heat safe protection tested beyond UL standards. For some reason, I don't believe any of that. So this is, yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is something I would ever use unattended. Ever. Auto safety shutoff. Heater shuts off automatically in an overheat situation. Manual user reset. User must manually reset heater if it shuts off in an overheat situation. Prevents unintended operation after auto shutoff. Backup overheat fuse provides additional overheat protection. Cool touch plastic housing allows for safe portability and placement in the room. Integrated carry handle, flame resistant V2 rated plastics. Experience. Over 20 years of experience developing, engineering, and testing heaters. Now, whenever something stresses a particular product point excessively, it always makes me wonder, is any of it true? I just don't know. You wouldn't need all this overheat stuff if it wasn't a dangerous product. One-touch electronic thermostat. And the irony of that is you'll probably never have to touch it just once to get what you want. You probably have to touch it 5 or 10 times. Sets comfort level easily. Cap. Single button sets desired temperature and heat settings. Saves energy by shutting off when temperature is reached. Blurry view. Darkened display. Difficult to see display communicates set temperature and heat settings. Hard to view in the daylight. Wide angle motorized oscillation. Automatic multi-directional heating warms larger areas faster and more efficiently. High, low, and auto settings provides energy savings and full power heat options. No, it doesn't, because high doesn't save any energy and low doesn't provide full power. Auto safety shutoff. Heater shuts off automatically in an overheat situation. Hot touch plastic housing allows for hazardous portability and placement in the room. Integrated carry handle for dropping the unit. 120 volts, 12.5 amps. 14 gauge minimum for an extension cord, but it does not say the length, so that's completely incomplete. Because if you're running it on a 200-foot cord, 14 would not be sufficient. You need to know the distance in order to size the cord. It's all the same stuff, just on different sizes. And see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different temperature settings, and then low and high. So you're going to go low, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, temperature high, 1, 2, 3. So it's not one touch, it's probably 10 or 15 touches. What a stupid gimmick. Well, here's the unit itself. It's all crooked. That didn't sound good. Oh, jeez. Well, something's busted. Huh, that's not good. Well, I guess we'll find out. Maybe the oscillation's broke. I don't know. This seems like it shouldn't move that freely. So this heater has a metal fan in front of those coils. And I think that these heaters, when encased in plastic, are especially dangerous because if the fan ever was to stall or fail, those elements will glow red hot in seconds. So if you have to have a plastic heater, which I don't know why you would, other than for these companies being cheap, I think the ceramic element type is the best, because even if the fan did stall, the element would hit a peak temperature and would not exceed it. It would not have as high of a chance of igniting the entire housing as would the design like this. Now, with that being said, I do kind of like these heaters because if they're blowing right on you, it's a lot of air. It's kind of a cooler temperature as opposed to like a ceramic heater, which is a small airflow that's scorching hot. So these have their applications, but I just think they're very dangerous. This is a 16 gauge cord. No fuse plug and no GFI plug. And I don't know how old this is. There might be some date information encrypted into here. It says model HFH5606, and there's 4405 DHP, which probably has a date code encrypted in there somewhere. I don't know how to decrypt it though. There's the reset instructions. It looks like the plastic is seriously deteriorating, or something was spilled on it. So with it off, it's already, let's see, is it pulling any power? Nope. One touch. It took that fan quite some time to get up to speed. It's probably stiff. So it's on high now, and I think it's no temperature, it's just on high. Wow, that's seriously out of balance. That's drawing 1,255 watts, which is quite a bit below 1,500 it's climbed. 11.55 amps, power factor 0.99. And in terms of heat output, it's kind of like what I expected, what I described a few minutes ago. It's a lot of airflow, and the air is a comfortable warm temperature. I can keep my hand here and it just feels warm. It's not scorching hot, it's not going to burn anything. However, if that fan was to clog up ever or stop working for some reason, not good. There's our tripod kick for the video. If it wasn't for that rattle, it would actually be fairly quiet. So this is low. I think that's coming from the power bar. Yeah, that humming. The humming is from the power bar. 1,159 watts, 10.36 amps. There's really not much of a difference between high and low in terms of power draw. The fan has slowed down considerably, and now the air coming out is pretty hot. So I don't know, is it the same? No, I guess it has to be a little bit less, like 200 watts less heat with a slightly lower fan speed. If it wasn't for this making all that annoying humming noise, this would actually be almost silent, which would make this a pretty good heater for the studio here. Interesting. This would be a good heater to put next to the bench here, because although we do have the heat pump in here, it only works so good when it gets down to like 15-20 degrees, and it's just not quite enough. So now this is 60 degrees, which it's certainly higher than that in here, so it's off. 65, 70, 75, it's not 75 in here, 80, come back on. And we go through all this on low again, and then it shuts off. So there's no fan only function. I'm going to go through how many settings it has on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're back to off. So it's 12 touch, not 1. I guess this is broken. Oh, no, it's not broken. I wonder what's broken then. It's broken. Some of the gears must be, or maybe it just takes a long time. Certainly doesn't move very far. Well, then I have no idea what it is that's broken, because it seems to work just fine. And you can hold it for 2 seconds and it shuts off, and then you can put it back to where it was. However, I don't believe that holds once you've unplugged it, which electronic controls, I absolutely would unplug it. Yeah, it doesn't hold the setting, which does not surprise me. So let's see how long it takes the fan to stop. Actually, it's not bad. Maybe it just needs a little bit of a balancing and some oil. And it'll be good to go. I don't see any dust in there. It's probably pretty low hours. Well, I actually kind of like the performance. It's very quiet on low, and it still throws out a decent amount of heat. Certainly would never ever use this unattended, but if I'm standing here doing a video, I might get some use out of this.